And I have a right to speak out. I have a right as a citizen to speak out and to support our elected officials who we elected, who the majority, according to the electoral system that we have in place, who was elected, duly elected, fair and square. This man has the authority to protect the country, this great country of the United States of America. So he's begging. He shut down the government to make a point. And I'm gonna be honest, I believe that this man is a master chess player. He's a 5D chess player. And he knows how to get this money. I think he's doing this, shutting this government down for demonstrative purposes, to show everyone just who the left is working for. They hate Trump so much. They hate Trump more than what they love you. They hate President Trump more than what they love the country. I honestly don't believe that they love the country. I don't. As a matter of fact, I know they don't love the country. And this is why I don't understand why anybody would want to put them in office. There is one reason and one reason only why the left, why the pundits on the left, the elected officials, the politicians on the left, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, everyone who's crying for open borders, Hillary Clinton, and even now Barack Obama, they all changed their tune somewhere along the line. At first they talked about border security, but then they switched up. You know, they talked about protecting the citizens of the country and not allowing people to flood through the borders and pour through the borders. They know what's in the borders are like it's like Swiss cheese. I mean, it's full of holes. And El Chapo and them, they dug tunnels, underneath the border. And I mean, it's crazy. But our intelligence, we have the greatest country on earth. We have the greatest military on the face of this planet. We have awesome technology. We have the best of the best in every field. And President Trump, I know that he made sure that he hired the best of the best, okay? There's experts at the border. They know what goes on at that border day in and day out. Why doesn't Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, crying Chuck, listen to the experts that risk their lives every day at the border, the experts that see that they're there, they're on foot. I mean, they are physically there. They're not sitting in a cushy office or behind their own walls in their mansions the way Nancy Pelosi and a lot of these other politicians are doing. They live in behind walls. They live in cushy offices and cushy homes, and they have their multi-millionaires. They have armed guards. They could care less about the security of the average everyday Americans. These people are fighting for globalism. Somewhere along the line, because at first they were for border security, keeping craziness out of the country, drugs and human trafficking and MS-13 and illegal citizens, which is wrong. It's more, and they want to talk about morals. It is morally wrong for someone to steal their way into this country. I don't care what excuse they have. They bypass a beautiful country called Mexico, by the way. Mexico is beautiful. Mexico is beautiful, okay? They bypass all of that to jump the fence and cut other people. It's not fair. That's not morally right. For them to cut in line and just spit on the people that came here legally. Nothing is wrong with immigration. Something is wrong. Everything is wrong with illegal immigration. Why can't they wait? Why can't they wait their turn? Why not? Again, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and just about every single person on the left were all for border security. They even talked about building a barrier or a wall. But now all of a sudden their tune has changed. And President Trump said, well, it changed because I was elected. And that's true in part. And I believe that I know the exact reason why they don't want a physical barrier built. They don't want a physical barrier built. And the thing is, they never, ever thought that President Trump or any Republican would win. They believed that they had that election fixed, hook, line, and sinker. They believed that the fix was in, that Hillary Clinton was going to be the next president of the United States. It was her turn. It was her turn, and the future is female and all of this stuff. Listen, I'm a woman. I don't have a problem with a woman president, but not that woman, okay? That woman is an awful, awful woman who cares about nobody but herself. And that is proven, okay? She had experience, but she had really, really, really bad experience. She's not even a good person, okay? Much less on how can she be a good president. Oh my goodness. Anyways, the reason, y'all want to know the reason? The real reason why the Democrats don't want a wall? And I don't know at what point they got filled in on this. And it was somewhere between, 2009 and 2016. Somewhere between there, they all changed their tune. And it was because of globalism. Globalism. There's an agenda. There's a global agenda that's taking place. Pay attention to what's going on in Europe. Pay attention on how they're using Muslims, the Muslim people from Muslim countries, to storm into the Western countries to destroy their way of life in Europe. France is on fire, literally on fire. Sweden is a mess. I mean, the UK, all the UK messed up. London messed up. Terrorism everywhere. Human feces on the street. Women are being raped by a culture that is incompatible with Western values. Totally incompatible. And I am talking about radical Islam. Radical Islam. Okay? Incompatible with the West. Totally. They hate our way of life. They hate our freedoms. They hate that women could walk around uncovered. They are totally committed to their version of Islam, their version of Allah, their version of the Quran, their interpretation, their version, their ideology of the way that they believe that Islam is interpreted. That means world takeover. Go into the cities by, I think taqiyya is the word, that you can lie and say that you can do anything. I mean, anything that will promote the cause of what they believe is Islam. That they can do anything, including kill, lie, cheat, whatever. But then the infidel, whoever is opposite, must die by any means necessary. Islam is not a religion. It's not a religion. It's a government. It's an ideology. It's everything to them. They don't separate. We separate church and state. They don't separate church and state. There's no such thing as church to them. Islam is Islam. Sharia law is the law of the universe to them. Start studying. Read, start studying up. There's a really good book called Islamic Invasion by Robert Moray. He wrote this decades ago. It's all coming to pass. I read that book back in 93 or something like that, 94. And it's powerful. But I'm not putting down all Muslims. I'm not. I want y'all to get this straight. Okay? I'm not putting down all Muslims at all. I'm talking about the agenda. The New World Order agenda. I just said it. They call it globalism, but it's also referred to as the New World Order. George Bush won, the Daddy Bush, I call him, okay? H.W. Bush. Is that Herbert Walker? Yeah, is that, yeah, I think that's the one, okay? The one that just passed. He mentioned the New World Order. President Obama was at the UN, and he said that we must give up our freedoms. It is time that it's for us to give up for Americans to give up some of our freedoms for the global agenda. You don't believe me? I'll put the link. I'll put it down there so you can maybe follow it. These people, the left, is working for the New World Order, for the United Nations. They want the United States dissolved. That is the whole mission. They want it dissolved. It's the whole reason. It's the whole reason for it. That's the whole reason for the opposition. It has nothing to do with Trump is a racist. And he's not. They know he's not a racist, but they have to say something to make you hate him. They need public outcry. That was the insurance policy that was found on Huma Abedin's on Weiner's laptop and Huma Abedin's laptop. The insurance policy, the Democratic plot to just in case was, and they thought it was like maybe a 0.0000001% chance that she would lose, but just in case of that 1.00001% chance that she would lose, that they would have an insurance policy in place. And that insurance policy was this whole stupid, dumb, not well thought out, this whole Russian collusion scam thing that they've been barking about for the last 2 years. If Trump blatantly so-called colluded with the Russians, and there's no law against collusion, by the way, but if he did, they would have been found as badly as they want him gone, as badly as they want him impeached. If it were true, it would have been discovered before the inauguration. It would have been discovered within 90 days. They would have unseated. President Trump has been in office for 2 years, coming January the 20th. Why haven't they found it yet if they were so sure about it? It doesn't take that long. It doesn't take that long. They're buying time. They're buying time because they're still trying to figure something out. They did not think this all the way out. The New World Order agenda is the entire reason behind this whole stunt over border security. The thing is this, they wanted to dissolve the United States of America. The Democrats had no plan for the United States of America. This is why they didn't have a message. This is why they didn't have a strong candidate. They figured that they can hook and crook like they've been doing for years, that they can hook and crook all the way to the White House. They've done it before. But see, this time what they didn't count on is that God intervened. God intervened. And I believe even President Trump was shocked that he won. Because even he said that the election was rigged. even President Trump said that the election was rigged. And when he said it, Barack Obama said, how can the election possibly be rigged? This was like a month or a week or something before the election. He said it's not even possible that an election could be rigged. When President Obama had every intelligence agency that would report to him, he knew everything that was going on. He knew everything. But see, the thing he didn't count on was Donald Trump winning. Nobody did. Nobody predicted except for the people that believed in him. The people that prayed for him, such as myself and a few other people. Because, let me tell you how, one reason, because the Lord put it in my heart to pray for this man when it was still in the prime, when they were still running the primaries. I started a Facebook group to pray for him. Because God kept talking to me in my dreams, talking to me in my sleep, telling me to pray for this man, to pray for him. Way before he was even the nominee, God told me to pray for President Donald Trump. And I did it. I organized a group and we prayed for President, it was a candidate at the time, Donald Trump. And we prayed and prayed for him. But because God told me in my heart, he spoke to me in my heart. Y'all can laugh at me and say, oh, God talks to you. Yes, he does. In dreams, in my heart, in my prayer time. I'm a Christian. I pray, okay? I have a relationship with God. And in my heart, in a small, still voice, and sometimes a loud voice, pray for this country. Pray for the people. And I've been praying for this country for years. I've been warning people about the New World Order for 25 years. I've been warning people about the things that are happening now for 25 years. Nobody wanted to listen. But they hate the person. A lot of people are conditioned to hate President Donald Trump. But this is the very person, the Bible says that God takes the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. I'm not saying that President Trump is foolish, but what people think is foolish to confound that he, and if you don't know any other scripture, and this isn't even a scripture, that God works in mysterious ways. He works in not the way that you think he's going to work. And he chose President Donald Trump. So yes, God chose him. And guess what? He also chose Barack Obama. He did. To bring us to this point, to bring this country into a point of repentance. Because we've gotten too far away from the original, morals. So now that the left has slowly started to peel away the Judeo-Christian values and morals and what we believe is right, what we believe is wrong. What we've always believed what was right, what we've always believed what was wrong. And that can be backed up and defined in the Holy Bible. So now, they want to rewrite everything. They want to rewrite history. They want to take away all the statues. They want to redefine good and evil. Now they're saying good is evil and evil is good. They're saying it is evil and immoral even to want to secure the border because we should not build walls but bridges. That sounds great and very poetic, but guess what? Even heaven has a wall. The Vatican even has a wall. Heaven has a wall. And they vet heavily, okay? And anybody cannot get in. You don't even know how to get, there's one way to get there. Jesus said, I'm the way, the truth, and the light. You have to live righteously. You have to do things the right way to get in, okay? And it's the same way in this country as a type of heaven, as the greatest country on earth, which is a heaven to most of the world. That's why many people want to get it. Some people want to get it for great reasons. Some people want to get it for all the wrong reasons. And I wonder why, with all of the human trafficking and all the drug smuggling and all the deaths and these poor children and families that's being, taken advantage of to take this dangerous trek to, across the board. It's dangerous to bring a child there. It's dangerous for a woman to be there. Women are raped, children are killed and trafficked, and Lord, it's horrible. Why wouldn't they want to stop that? They're talking about drones and technology. How can technology, what you going to do, send a laser beam down there to stop them? We need walls. We need a physical barrier. What is so hard about that? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up my rant. This is Mikhail Bartholomew. Again, your politically incorrect lady on the right, and I will see you soon.